Ooh. Ish, guys. Okay. Let's get rolling. It's June Business Edition. And today we are seeing Setgo. Okay, let's post, pin my comment. Okay. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to the Mentorship Corner. My name is Sphesihle Mavimbela. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to like, share, and most importantly, do not forget to subscribe so that you can join our Mentorship Corner family. On today's video, we have another episode of the June edition, and today I am hosting the amazing Sphesihle Mavimbela as she walks us through her business journey. So we've had her on our channel before last year, and last year we were just like getting a bit deeper and getting to understand what her business does and what her brand stands for. And this year we are just doing a follow-up interview to just do a check-in to see if everything is still good and basically what should we expect for the future. So without wasting any time, let me just allow her to join in the conversation, and then we. So I think just as a side note, you guys are allowed to drop in your comments, you're allowed to drop in your questions, even though I will only be answering the questions towards the end of the video, but you are more than welcome to drop in your questions as we go along. Hi, darling.
Hi, Leslie. How are you?
I'm good. Okay, I need you to sit slightly backwards from your camera so that we can see your full face, if that's going to
Okay,
be
let me
possible.
try doing that. I'm actually going to need to move it forward because I'm as close as as far as I can possibly be.
Okay. I think that should be fine. That looks
Mm-hmm.
good.
Okay.
There you go. That looks perfect. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Ooh, connection
Slightly
there.
nervous.
Our
Oh, it's good
connection is
now?
not so great, eh? Okay, let me, yeah, I can hear you better now. Can you hear
Yeah,
me?
and I can hear you as well. I can hear you.
Okay, but we're getting like a delayed, like a bit of like a delayed response. Okay, can I re-add you onto the live again?
Okay, yeah, we can do that.
Okay, okay, I don't know how you exit.
Let me do that.
Then I'll add you again because, okay, guys, technology. I'm just gonna try and add her again. Okay, let's add someone. Let's add Uspay again because we're having a little bit of technical difficulties there. I just want to make sure everything is smooth before we actually start having the conversation. Okay, how are you?
Hello?
Hi,
Can you hear
how are
me?
you?
Okay, I'm well. How are you?
I can. The connection is still not so great. I'm not sure if I should just buy data and don't use the Wi-Fi. Because the last time
No, I think we can
done.
continue. I think we can continue. Hopefully, the delay will catch up as we continue because that happens
Okay,
sometimes.
no, now I can actually. Okay. No, I can actually hear you better now. I can hear you better. Okay, how are you officially? How are you doing?
I'm well, my love. How are you doing?
I'm good. So, I did do like a brief introduction. I just think before we start with the interview, let's just give my viewers a refresher in terms of who is Setgo and what do they do, and then we can just go ahead and jump into the interview questions. Because remember, we're not getting to know the brand better today in terms of what exactly you do, but we're just doing like a reflection, a follow-up visit in terms of where you are now as a business.
Well, since I've already said my greetings to you, I'll just go ahead and greet our people and the people who are
Mm-hmm.
listening and viewing us from at home. Um, I
Mm-hmm.
hope they're all doing well. So Setgo is a catering slash relish product producing company. We do catering and we manufacture our own chili relish that we supply throughout South Africa. In summary, that
Yes.
is what Setgo, and we're not just a catering company, we're a catering company that caters for all dietary needs from vegan, vegetarian, and to meat lovers like myself.
Yes, love it. Including
And we
me.
are very health conscious.
Yes, yes.
Obviously.
That's actually where I was going with this whole thing, that you guys are you're not just a typical catering company, but you're a very health conscious
Very
catering
health
company,
conscious.
which ensures that you cater for everyone's dietary needs. Like specifically, not to say, hey, okay, fine, we're just giving you this and that's it. No, you actually look at the person's diet
Yeah.
and you actually take that into account. Love it.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
so
we want to change the narrative.
Mhm.
We are also about changing the narrative that healthy food is not delicious food. We make sure that our food is delicious and still very good for you and your
Yes.
health.
Lovely, lovely, love it. Okay, so we'll jump into today's conversation, which is basically just getting to understand how you've grown as a business, how you've grown as a business leader, and basically where you see yourself going in the future. So the first part, so this conversation is going to be kind of like separated into two parts. The first one is going to be reflection, and then the second one is going to be basically how the pandemic has affected you as a business, right? So the first question is, how has basically business been for you? Let's kind of just like ignore that we're in a pandemic because we're going to go into that just now. But I just want to know, how has business been for you?
I think more than anything, it's been a learning curve. Not only learning about the business, but
Mm,
learning about the individual as well. Because I've come to learn that our businesses thrive based on the person running them, the person behind the steering wheel, because it is directed by our strengths and
yes,
it's directed by our weaknesses. So I've
exactly.
learned to overcome things and learn and unlearn other things that make me, so that I can make the business work as
Mm,
well. Yeah. So
yes, lovely,
it's been
lovely.
very exciting. It's been very exciting getting to engage with people from different backgrounds who want different things
Mm.
and who have different views on life as well.
Yes, lovely, lovely. I love how you're saying it's been like a learning curve, which means I think a lot of people just think when you're getting into business, it's more just, okay, you need to make money, money, money. Yes, money is important, but you must understand that you need to learn things. And Jengobusha is a lot of unlearning, a lot of relearning new things that would actually work for your business. And obviously, because you're in food, I'm sure there's a lot of experimenting because I also bake, so I know
True.
you experiment a lot. So you like teaching yourself a
Yeah.
lot of things, especially I just remembered that you're a self-taught chef. So it's like a lot of
Yes.
experimenting going on there in that
Yes.
learning and unlearning.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So the next question we're going to move into is, with all the learning that you've been doing and the unlearning in your business, how have you seen the business grow in the past year? So last year we reflected on how the business grew from when it started, but now we're looking at the past year from the last interview we had with you to today, basically. How have you seen your business grow?
Okay, I've grown my market base. I've been able to reach a lot of people than the people I had reached the time we had had the interview. And besides that,
Mm,
we have centralized we have centralized but decentralized. I mean, because most of the services and the things were handled by myself, but I've come to
mm,
learn and have other people assist me working in various departments within the company. And what the other thing that we have done because with our chili relish that we are sourcing it from other people, we have taken that and we are in-sourcing now. We are now growing our own cheese, making sure that they meet the standards, that the quality standard that we want, and we handpick them ourselves. So quality is always ensured. So that's so we have kind of ventured into agriculture as well, because now we are growing.
Imagine your own food, yes.
So we might as well. So we, in the future, we are looking to also growing our own herbs, because as much as our chili relish is a natural product, there are a lot of a lot of spices that go into it. It's also natural spices, so we want to control the making of that as well. So we are also looking to enforce that part of activity.
Love it, love it. So, okay, I know for a fact that when you're speaking about growing and decentralizing, you've also, because I know I'm a distributor, that I just want you to just like walk us through that journey. I know when we last spoke, as I said, you hadn't done that before, but now you've decided to actually get distributors in different provinces and different areas in each province who actually distribute and sell the chili relish for you. I think the question I'm trying to ask is, how did you get to that journey, and how has that journey been for you and the business?
I think the one thing we spoke about when we last spoke, and one thing that was really close to me, and one of the reasons why I had established Setgo initially was because I was seeking to employ and be employable when all else fails. So I decided to grow that statement. From just being seek to employ and be employable when all else fails, to get others to join the journey with you. So by that, we decided we are not the only ones who are going to be supplying the chili relish, and we're not just going to give it available in shops. We are going to find other people who are going to sell the product, who are going to employ themselves and sell the product. So people are teaching themselves marketing skills through doing that, and they are learning mostly about business. So they do not only learn by selling for Setgo, that will open up their minds to starting their own businesses as well. As much as their own business, they get the commission from how well they work and from how well they sell.
Yes, that's actually very powerful. The fact that you're not just planting a seed of, okay, fine, I'm getting an extra income stream, but you're planting a seed of, okay, fine, I'm getting this income stream, but this is how I'm doing it. And you're hoping that actually helps, or it awakens that light bulb in someone's brain to say, okay, fine, actually, instead of just selling Setgo, Setgo, let me actually add other things to actually grow my income, right? I love that. That's
yes.
You wanted to add something?
I can also establish I was just saying that it shows them that they can also establish their own businesses from scratch. Because one of the most important things is selling. Is selling. So once you have mastered the art of selling, then the manufacturing, the producing, all that, the behind the scenes work, you can do them because they are not as hard for me
as the selling
as opposed to selling.
Yes, got you. Love it. So speaking of growth, I can see how you have grown as a person, and I love, there's a comment coming in, and it's just basically saying empowerment, and she is about empowerment. That's exactly what I was saying. Basically, you're not just saying, okay, fine, I'm giving you this. Okay, we're back. I was saying there's a comment coming in. They're saying empowerment, and she is about empowerment. I love that because it's just translated in the conversation we're having. You're not just only about I'm giving you this, go sell it, make a commission, make it extra income, but you actually doing it in hopes that it would motivate someone to actually start their own business or start adding other things to sell in the process. So with that said, I want you to touch on, highlight on how you have seen yourself grow in the past year as a business leader. Because I know you're not just an entrepreneur, because obviously I'm your friend, but there's people out there who just see you as Umam Setgo, and they don't see your other aspects. But how have you grown? How have you seen yourself grow as a business leader?
one thing I had a challenge with, I think I have mentioned this in the early part of this. Okay, let me work for us to get back. I think I felt like things are only perfect when I handle them, and I think working with other people has taught me that actually wanting to be hands on everything is a hindrance to growth. So I've grown in that aspect. I am now able to allow people with more expertise to handle other tasks that I cannot handle, or even tasks that I can handle, but time is limited, so I cannot do everything all at once.
Very
For
so,
instance,
yes.
when catering, I cannot cook all the pots. As much as I'm the head chef and I give a directive, that's what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to give the directive, but not be handling all the pots. There is something that I'm responsible for,
Yes.
and I should keep to that. So it's basically, I have learned to share my mind and share my vision with other people and trust that they're able to work and
Mm,
run with it.
sure. I think that's powerful for leaders because I was looking at a meme the other day and they were basically saying a good leader will make sure that the whole team grows. And by making sure Guti, the whole team grows, you understand your role as a leader. And as you're saying, so you see now these conversations, actually going back to the interview I had with Titikesha the other day, because now I'm thinking you basically have to understand what's expected of you in that particular space you're filling,
Yeah,
right? Which
yeah,
at that point in time you're the head chef, and then you must also understand as the head chef you can't cook all the pots because there's maybe like 5 or 10 pots that need to be cooked. You need to understand you must be willing to give instructions, and as you're saying, share your vision in that sense, and the goal that you want to be achieved with other people, and actually trust them to be responsible enough to actually achieve it. And I think that's also how you grow as a person. Apart from that, do you
yeah.
feel there's any
Not
other
not
aspect you've
only
grown or? Mm-hmm.
not only you grow as a person, you grow as the organization. Because if I handle everything, that means in
Yes.
my absence, the organization will not work.
It's
It will
dead.
not
It's
survive.
not there.
So I
Yes.
need to teach the people and trust that they're able to do the job and let them do the job.
Yes. Yes, yes, got you, got you, got you. Okay, so we've done the first part of the conversation, which was basically reflecting and just understanding how you've grown as a business and as a leader. So now we're just going to touch a little bit on how COVID-19 has affected you as Setgo. So the first thing is basically, how has it affected your business? It could be operations, it could be sales, it could be, I don't know, manufacturing or whatever process that was affected by. How has COVID-19 affected you as a business?
I'm a very optimistic person, and I'm one that does not like to look at the negative aspects of life. As much as
Mm,
there were a lot of processes that were not taking place because of COVID-19, but it did give me a chance to sit down, recalculate, and redirect my operations. Also because my business was still in the
yes.
very early phases when COVID hit,
Mm,
when COVID hit.
yes.
So I had that little experience of business, and then I had time to just recalculate and redirect my business. It was during that time actually when the planting of the chilies took place because I was at home. We have
Yes.
the space. I have the resources, so why not do it? Because
Mm,
planting chilies
yes.
is not really
Simple.
complicated. So it was an
No,
experiment, and then I'm like, oh, well, for me,
it actually
for me,
works.
my for me, my grandmother farms and she plants things. So she was there to
Mm,
assist. She's actually the one heading the agricultural department of our business. So it was, I was
mm.
able to learn from her during that time.
Yes, yes. And I think also that's when you actually gave birth to getting different distributors. And I think it's also that what you're
Yes.
saying, Guti, you had more, you had, like, what am I trying to say? I'm basically
I had
trying to
more
say
time
you
to
had more
calculate and restructure.
to yes, and restructure and re-strategize going forward in business, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so what I also want to ask you about COVID is basically what kept you, moving forward? Like COVID was hard for all of us. People who have been in business for 10, 15, 20 years had it bad. What kept you just pushing forward and just grinding forward and just moving forward, you know, through all the tough times that COVID has come with.
I think it's like I've already said that I'm a very optimistic person. I always had faith that it will come to an end. Even today, I feel like, no, tomorrow we'll wake up and it will no longer be.
It's gonna be better.
And you know,
Yes.
we will be back to normal. So I work as if we are going back to normal tomorrow. Because when we go back to normal, I want to be able to push the sales as highly as I can possibly do it. So there are things you have no control over. So it was basically knowing that I have no control over this. This is the outcome I would hope for. So I will work towards the outcome I hope for. Like you said, that the birth of the distributors was actually through the time of COVID. Realized, okay, I can only go to a limited number of areas. So I need people who go to places that I cannot go to. And this was just restrictions because of COVID. Before I had to think about the logistics of, okay, there are actually places I cannot go to, considering the packaging that we have and considering the cost. So getting bulk stock and having this sent to Johannesburg to a distributor is cheaper than sending individual packages, because we also worry and think about the cost impact to the individual customers. So it's better for them to be paying for transportation around Johannesburg as opposed to paying
instead of from KZN to Johannesburg. Yes, got you. I love that. I also did a lot of that, and I think that's one of the things that COVID gave us, gave most people time. And I understand that you need to be very optimistic to actually look at it that way, but I guess we are grateful for that, right? Because look at how you've actually grown just from having just about enough time to figure things out and then take the next few steps, which have actually helped to grow your business and to grow you as a business leader. I love that. So I've got two second last questions for you, Nan. Before I go through that, we've got two amazing comments that have come through that I just want to read out to you. The first one is from Udigresha. She said, Sphesihle Mavimbela always makes lemonade out of lemons, hey? And that's so true, because like we were in a pandemic. Like, look at you, girl. Look at you. I love that. I love that. Keeping the love. That's true. And then she's saying something about she's basically clapping hands in terms of the fact that you are taking control of the supply chain of your business in terms of your chili relish, which I think is actually quite important. It is quite important. And Oluyanda is saying, here's to taking the older generation's wisdom and modernizing it and making empires from things we're taught at home. Yo, guys, that's just so powerful, because it's basically what she said, because you went back to the drawing board and you went back home to your gran, who's an older generation, and you actually were able to use her wisdom and her knowledge to actually implement in your business today. Love it. So before the last question, the second last question is basically, if you were to maybe give me maybe like 1 or 2 lessons that you have learned so far in business. So now we're not saying, okay, in the past year, we're just saying, since you started business, what's like your top 1 or top 2 lessons that you've learned? If you've got more than that, you're more than welcome to share.
I think the biggest one is believing in yourself and believing in your business. You cannot sell what you do not believe in, and you cannot sell if you do not believe in yourself. And selling, I'm always saying that you sell even when no one is buying. And if no one is buying, you buy the product yourself. So buying the product, it means you continue to believe in it and you continue to work. You continue to work in it. There was a time, I think the first 3 weeks when I started making the chili relish, I didn't make any sales besides the sale I had made to my uncle, because he was my first buyer. Because I was afraid of sharing it with people. And I have confidence in this, and I know it tastes good, and I know it's good for people. Why am I not selling it? It was after asking that question. So I know why. I know the value that lies in it. So you can't believe that something that you do not have value, that you do not think has value. So then after that realization, I started posting about it. having no people interact back, I was sort of discouraged. But I'm like, and then it was the belief that kept me pushing and kept me selling.
Yes.
And you must know that no one is going to believe in you if you do not believe in yourself, because they don't know what you are talking about. They don't know the processes or the work that goes in it, or they don't see or know the value that lies in it. So you are the one who's responsible for opening their eyes to seeing the value.
Yes. Yo, that's powerful.
Yeah.
That's so powerful, because it's so true though, Wuti, if you don't believe in your goals. And I feel like it also keeps you moving, because obviously if you don't believe in your goals, then you don't see the need to move forward. You don't see the need to keep pushing and keep pressing. Even you see, when you stayed for almost 3 weeks with no sales, and the only sale you had was just to your uncle, and it was just a matter of changing your mentality and understanding, Wuti, this is a good product. I made it with love. I made it with so much of passion, and I know it's good for people. And then basically being able to translate that to us as your customers.
And the love and the passion, people will not buy love and passion, will buy value. So you need to make them understand the value they will get.
The value that they will get from it.
If you do not believe in that, then you're not going to be able to sell it.
Yes, because you yourself don't see the value of what you're selling. So how am I still going to see it?
Yeah.
You see? Yeah, that's lovely. Is there any other lesson that you learned in the process so far?
Don't mix business with pleasure.
Yo, I feel like that's a song everyone sings. Do you mind explaining why?
You see money coming in and you think it's your money, but the money is for growing the business, because chances are you're not making any profits because you're in a startup. The money needs to go back and be reinvested in the business. And if it's not, it's going to eat in your pocket because you're eating in the business pocket. And if your pocket is empty, then your business is not going to live.
Yeah. So how did you manage that? Did you start paying yourself a salary? Did you start giving yourself a commission or like a wage or something, so that you're like, okay, fine, you've had your share, baby girl. This is for the business.
From the chilie relish, I get a commission, and then from the catering services, I get a wage. I have a wage. Oh, it's still a commission. Yeah, I can pay them commission.
Okay.
Because it depends on the size of the catering gig.
Yes, I get you. Okay, so the one lesson, the two important lessons that you've shared today with us. The first one is you must believe in yourself and you must believe in your goals, because if you don't see value in what you're selling, then how are you going to translate that to us as your customers? And the second thing you said was, don't mix big business with pleasure, ne? And by that, you mean you must actually have a separate business account and a separate personal account, and you must allocate a certain amount to yourself. I was listening to a podcast called Boost Timber the other day, and they were having this discussion around paying yourself, and they were saying, you must pay yourself in business, but you must make sure that you don't overpay yourself until you run the business dry, because then that's mixing business with pleasure, right? Because then you're not reinvesting back into the business, and that's what you're actually telling us, Uti. It's very important. Okay, so before I love and leave you, and before we... Okay, next, hit me. We're ready, girl. Take us home.
I know. I've already taken you home. You just missed it when you were highlighting the lessons.
Are you serious?
No one is buying. Yeah.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Well, it still goes with believing in yourself.
Okay, so first you must set goals and you must believe in yourself. You must sell even when no one is selling, as no one is buying, And then 3, never mix business with pleasure. Did I get it right? We're good now, ne?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, before we jump into any questions, if we have questions, the next one is basically, do you have any last comments to give to my viewers at home who are watching? Could be for someone who's in business, could be for someone who's not in business. Any last comments that you would just want to give around business, basically, to my viewers?
I would advise your viewers to go check out Setgo. And we are going to be having new offerings soon, especially for the people around Durban. We are making bi-weekly deliveries. We are delivering dinner. to the viewer. So they use it to cook. Because that's one thing we couldn't do. That's one offering we had to cut off during COVID because everyone was home and everyone was cooking. Now businesses and the economy is opening up and people are going back to work. So we are back in the kitchen. We are cooking. We are delivering your meals bi-weekly. So you never have to cook again.
Girl, can we go back to the question I asked you about food and frozen meals for people who are not in Durban? Are you gonna look into that? Because I don't like cooking, but I'm in Durban.
For you. The frozen meals are just for you.
Thank you. I'll just, guys, when I come to KZN, I'll just gladly pack all of them and just take them up. It's fine. It's fine. Gladly, Shem. Gladly. Okay. Thank you so much, Space. So, guys, okay, let me just run through the important things that we just discussed now. So first, you must be on the lookout to go visit Setgo's page because they are launching new things coming up. So first, the chili relish is available. You guys need to get it. I don't eat chilies, but everyone that I've sold to keeps coming back for the relish. And then number 2 is they are now offering a dinner offering, which means you can actually have dinner delivered at your house. So guys, just if you're around Durban, check them out and definitely do try their foods. Yeah, do you want to add anything else before I leave?
I just want to specify that our chili relish is actually available in Kwasabisa, Empangeni, Mandeni, Johannesburg, and Wanongoma. So it's currently available.
And Durban, you just forgot Durban.
Did I leave out Durban?
Yes, I don't understand. How?
I don't know how that happened, but I'm glad you noted it. It's also available in Durban. You can contact us. You can reach us on our Instagram and on our WhatsApp number 079-7888-613. But I know you will do the things with the description box.
Yeah, don't worry. I'll add your Instagram link. I'll add your Facebook link. I will add your WhatsApp contact details for them to be able to place orders. So guys, we are taking questions. If there's anyone with a question, there's someone who said I must save the live. I do save all my lives, guys. They are going to be on my YouTube channel though. So I delete them on Instagram. They will be on my YouTube channel. So we don't seem to have any questions. If there's anyone, Shem, who wants to answer any questions, wants us to answer any questions, you guys can leave them on the comment section down below. And if it's something that's specifically directed to you, I will gladly forward it to you and then we can answer it on the comment section. Thank you so much, Spay, for your time. I know because I'm your friend that you're very busy. So thank you so much for making time to have this conversation with us, motivate and inspire someone who is at home watching and who is still going to be watching this video after the live. We appreciate you. We pray that you grow and that your business flourishes, right? And we live, ne? Just because I can. I'm the host. I want to say, can you please introduce tomato sauce? Because I don't eat chilies, and I do want something that I can actually, yeah. I did say I'm pressure, but
I'm still doing my research on that because the one problem that I have with tomato sauce is it has a lot of sugar, and trying to exclude that from the tomato sauce has been a challenge. It is in the lab.
Thank you. Thank you, baby girl. But thank you so much. Do you have any last words before we end the live?
No, I just want to thank you for having me and thank you for this platform. I've learned some great and amazing things from the people you've had here. Continue the good work. I love the June edition. Salute.
Bye, guys.